guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kajin Cosplay, and tonight we're watching with you guys Hunter x Hunter!
Episode 32.
Woohoo!
Last episode we began the fight between Hisoka and apparently his longtime rival. The only guy who managed to land a hit against him. And right now he seems to be in control. We found another way we can use Nen. We can create a buddy double by using your energy to make that other you that can actually land hits and stuff.
Why can I do that? That would be so much useful.
I feel like Kira, who's in the audience, has grown really fond of this technique, and he might try to use it in the future.
I think it might be his start to do that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I mean, he's already using illusions of himself when he's doing like the shadow walk. Is it the shadow walk?
Yeah, I think.
So there's that. But anyway, last time when we finished the episode, it ended with Hisoka basically losing his arm and going like, interesting. Yeah.
Interesting.
But I think he's gonna give it his all now. I think he might get serious. Because he managed
Serious? You think?
Yeah, but he managed to be interested in the technique because it's something he didn't know about or something that he doesn't use himself. So if Hisoka gets serious, it might get really intense.
Alright.
Oh, let's jump into this episode, see how this fight is gonna end. And let's feel it for Gon, who's not supposed to be watching the fight right now, although I'm not sure he's not watching it.
We're gonna watch it for you, baby, so don't worry, okay?
Alright, let's jump into this, see what happens. Alright, Hisoka is interesting because when he's fighting, what's important for him is not how flashy his moves are, because that's not the point. Castro placed all of his eggs in the same basket. He had this one technique and he didn't focus on anything else because he was convinced that this technique was going to win. But he got I think he got too overconfident. After the first few hits, he truly felt like he could win this. So, I mean, he started explaining his moves and hey, la la, baby. Sorry. Alright. Our cat was about to make my alarm go down, something like that. Anyway, okay, so he got too overconfident and he started explaining his moves. He started explaining his ability and how it worked. And Hisoka just pieced the rest together and he understood without any help how to counterattack. Because after learning the trick, I mean, it's over. You just need to know how to manipulate the other. And that's what Hisoka does. And in a fight, it's really, really good. Because someone who is in control of his or her capacities and knows what she or he is doing is almost unstoppable. As long as you stay in control. Don't panic. Don't get upset. Don't put anger in this. Like, sometimes it works out, like Kurapika when he was fighting in one of the first tasks for the exam and they had their one-on-ones with the prisoners.
Yeah.
He got really angry and that gave him the punch he needed to end that fight. Sorry. But in this case, we saw the opposite of that. When you get too involved in a fight, you lose your composure, you lose your cool, your chill, and you start acting the exact way the other thinks you're gonna act. And he played right into that trap. Yeah. So Hisoka is not trying to flash his abilities. He's not trying to impress you. He's making you do the job. He's making you talk, he's letting you show your abilities, and then he's tricking you and he's being really subtle about it.
That's why his way of fighting was really interesting, according to me, because we know that Hisoka is a trickster. And when you want to be a fighter or a hunter in that case, you need to learn every component of your type of fighting style. Trick people, and a magician will always trick the audience by talking to them, showing them something in his right hand by doing something and the shadow with his right hand. And that's what he did. He talked to him, showed something with one of his hands or with the audience, and it worked.
All in the same. Also, that guy could get upset because his tricks were not working.
That's right. Also, something that I think is really important is with that type of fighting, you need to learn more than one aspect, more than one trick. Like Hisoka used maybe
2 or 3.
Well, 2 to 4 different technique and one attack or multiple attacks. Compared to his adversary, who used only one trick.
That's the thing.
Double image.
His one trick could only work one way. Hisoka knows a couple tricks, but he's using them in so many different scenarios, in so many different ways.
That's why it is more difficult for his opponent to figure out what he's doing and how he could counter it.
But even if you know what he can do, he can still trick you because you don't know how he's going to use that ability. With the double, it's one thing, but as soon as Hisoka learned the trick, it was over.
It was over.
And all he needed to do was make sure that the other guy lost his cool so he could not protect himself. And that's another thing, like the fact that he said, you focus so much on that one ability that you forgot everything that Nen can do. And it's interesting because it's true. We say usually 1,000 punch to master that punch, but you need to do the rest of your body as well. You need to do other exercises. Because if you focus on that one punch, eventually you're going to forget how to kick. So if your arms are immobilized, how are you going to help yourself? So it's one thing to master one ability, and it's good. But as you're mastering it, don't forget to practice the basics. It's not because you learn amazing abilities that the basics become obsolete.
Sometimes it's the basic that can save your ass from peril situations.
And I mean, with Nen, I feel like the basics are what allow you to do incredible things.
If you master the basic of everything, you can go on for every aspect of what you're learning.
It's crazy. Like, I'm sure we'll get impressed by Nen users several times in this show. Like, I was not joking per se, but I was basically just throwing it out there that maybe Leorio could use Nen as a healing technique.
And then we find out he can.
So that's going to be interesting. I'm really excited to see how, because it's one thing for them to learn.
Oh, I don't know if we're gonna see it, but I was I was not joking when I asked you what do you think Kadabika is gonna be using Nen for. Maybe he's gonna use it for his eyes. But master it using Nen for his eye to observe and deceive people's trick when they are using Nen against each other.
Maybe. We'll find out. But it's true that that was his weakness when he first met his master. Like, he didn't see it coming, so maybe that's...
I think he will master it or something.
And his eyes are such a big part of his character because of the collar and stuff, so we'll find out. But it's one thing I feel like it's one thing for them to copy others' techniques, because if they manage to do it in such a short time, like God and Kiro are doing, it's nice because we can be like, oh shit, they're so good. It would be even more awesome, though, if they took the basics, got inspired by another one's technique, and just made it their own. Not copy it, just take
like Sasuke and Naruto, who use Shidori and do his own technique after that.
Shidori? Hey. I'm disappointed in your...
Oh my God. Sorry, guys.
No, let's not bring Naruto into this. I'm just saying that I feel like it's way better and more badass when someone can switch the ability, because I think it's way cooler when someone can create an ability on their own, because they're creative, they are powerful enough, like they know the basics enough to make them their own, but and then they create something good.
So create something that is more
and something that fits more with their personality.
But they can more use something that they can create that they're more compatible with to use in a fight.
Yeah, because everyone has their own fighting styles. Like, Hisoka's fighting style relies a lot on trickery. Like he's a magician. Like it's tricks and illusions and deceiving his opponents. That's his tricks. I don't see Gon doing that at all. I could almost see Killua do something like that, deceiving, but not to the same level as Hisoka. So his might be more similar to Castro, but to another level, perhaps.
Maybe, yeah.
Because it ended up not working, so maybe he's gonna aim for something bigger. I mean, we'll figure it out. I think Leorio might take a couple hints from the girl we just met, like something similar to that. Oh. Anyway, there are lots of different ways of using Nen, and last line that Killua said, like, we need to learn more about Nen, and I'm like, yes,
we need to watch more about Nen.
No, but it's interesting because for Killua not to understand what went on during the fight could be a sign of frustration, but he sees this as a motivation, and I love this, because yes, if you don't understand what went on, it just means that you barely know the beginning of this technique, and this power technique, this power system, there you go. It's the beginning of something great, and these two are geniuses. They are going to be able to use that to their advantage, and if they didn't understand a fight like this, they need to get ready, because their fights are going to be more intense from now on. So I'm all for this. Let's go, guys.
All right.
So we're going to move on to the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this one with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is already up on Patreon. The link is in the description.
So you know what to do, guys. You go down there, you click, and you freaking subscribe. And if you don't want to, just need to wait for tomorrow.
No, a couple days.
Couple of days. I'm going to be up on YouTube. So
see you then,
guys.
Bye.